On SBS Live this week, we've got a Cold City Night joining us here in the studio for an interview. I'm pretty sure together we're all going to prove that a young band that's still starting out, just putting out their first album called Blueprints, they've still got a lot to say. Because just because you finally got that album out doesn't mean you said it all. So we asked them a lot of questions here at SBS just to see what the real deal was and to see whether or not we got the full story on the album Blueprints or if there's a lot more to be said for a Cold City Night. So let's see what Aaron, Will, Jonny, Sean and Kurt have got to tell us about a Cold City Night. Let's find out what those guys have been up to in the last little while and what they're going to be doing next. But as always, before we do anything, let's get to know them through a clip, one of their music videos from City Skylines in the upcoming album Blueprints. This is a Cold City Night on SBS Live this week.
I'll chase that skyline, 'cause don't know what I will find, but this time got to leave you behind. Destiny is calling me. It's calling me out. It's setting me free. I'm afraid to be. I'm coming out. You're calling me out. For me to be.
Cold City Night, thank you for being here on SBS Live this week.
Thank you for having us.
Not a problem, not a problem. We'll crack right into it. Tell us about your upcoming album Blueprints. What's going on?
Oh, it's been definitely a long time coming.
Yeah, it sounds like it's been an anticipated release here.
Yes. Blueprints is obviously our first album. It's self-explanatory, I would say.
Yeah.
It's our blueprints to more to come.
Okay.
I mean, like, it's the
Foundation.
Good
Right.
word. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Foundation.
That's what a band is for, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Band history. How long have you guys put into this album? How long have you guys been around doing what you're doing?
This lineup, yes, lineup. Thanks, man. This lineup, a good year now.
About a year and a half.
A year and a half.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Year and a half, but me, Aaron, and Jonny have been playing for a long time. I was still in high school when I was playing with Aaron.
Okay.
It's kind of the merging of two bands. We were together, they were together.
Right. And what were the old bands?
We were in a band called
Awkwardly Perfect.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Exactly.
Right.
And then our drummer and guitar player left for bigger and better things and
Better.
well, bigger
Banking.
things.
Other things. Just other things, yeah.
And then we found him, and then found him.
Okay.
So
We were studio
guys-
project together.
Yeah,
studio.
we were in a studio project that kind of went sour.
Right. And did you guys have like more pieces to what you were doing as well, or was
This is
it
us
just the two
plus
of you?
one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So now you guys have settled on the perfect five, and you're going from here.
Yeah.
You're releasing Blueprints.
Yeah.
So what went into these? You got 11 tracks on these?
We got
on
11
this album?
tracks, yeah, actually. A lot of sweat, blood, tears, and all
Fist
the-
fights.
Yes.
What made it difficult recording the album?
Mainly because I think for most of us it was our first album. That's why.
This
So
is
it's just the process of figuring it all out.
It's been a learning process.
We started off being just like us, so we did everything, and then after a while things started falling into place. So at first, like, you know, like we were pretty much expecting. We had a lot on our plate, and it was just a lot to work with. We went in, we tracked it ourselves. Well, Mr. here, Kurt, tracked it, most of the work, and then we all did a little bit of editing, and then finally help started coming in, so that was good. But at first it was just us.
It was us against the world, man.
Yeah.
We were like, I remember packing 5 guys in Aaron's car plus
like,
all 3 amps. And like,
it is literally
all the gear, like
it's pretty much sitting on top of me, the car ride.
Me and Will, we cuddled the whole ride.
Do you find that like previous Lego and Tetris experience really helps with stuff like
every
that?
time, every day, the like Tetris song was like going in our head as we were like putting things in.
I've got that figured out now.
Like clockwork.
Yeah, it's down to a science.
Now when we go to shows, it's like, Aaron, can you pack this? Don't worry about it. I got it.
Yeah, you can already see in your head whether or not you've got enough room to fit that one more rectangle. Just
you'd be surprised what you can do with a little car.
Yeah. So tell me about that. You guys have been playing a lot, especially this last summer. You guys went through quite a few shows.
Yeah, when we got together, it was like, why wait? We went on a binge of like
2 shows, 3 shows a week.
Yeah, it was crazy. And then we were like, well, okay, we got that out of our system. I guess we're gonna do an album now.
Started writing a lot.
Oh yeah,
a lot.
Yeah, we were playing a lot of shows, and it was a good way for us to kind of just stand back and see what we are and how we look like being the new thing. But we really want to make ourselves something that we could give to people, and that we stand. This is what we have. So
There's a lot of bonding time together too. It's fun.
A lot of bonding.
Yeah. Now, with the process going, I guess I don't want to say difficult, but rough. Do you guys already feel like when it comes time to making that second album, you're going to be better prepared?
I can tell you this much: we are not doing it by ourselves.
No,
not anymore. Give me the producer. I don't care who I have to work with. Give me someone other than just us. Don't get me wrong. I love every single one of these guys, but man, there's been nights where we've almost killed each other.
Well, it's difficult to make that final decision, right? And everybody listens to things differently, so you probably have a different perception of maybe how you want to hear it or make it sound.
When you're wearing different hats, right? You get kind of confused as to which role to take at certain times, right?
Especially you. But it's good though. Honestly, like you really find your place in the band, and you find like your weak points and your strong points, and like you start working off from that, right? Like we found out. I mean, big people person here, so is Sean, and then that's kind of like, okay, well, this is what you're good at, and you start focusing on this, and then he's really like, he's got his studio thing, editing, mixing, so he was like, okay, well, I'm gonna work more on the album, and he started doing a lot of designing, like, it's good with clothes and fashion, look at this guy. But no, but you know what I mean, like, you find all your strong points, and then that's really when you find your place through these hard times, and it's really good for you as a band and as a person too.
Now, was he politely also saying that, while these guys are people, persons, you guys aren't?
No, they are. But
I like my cave, honestly.
There you go. Okay, all right. Because I'm interested here, and now we got to hit on you for a second here. But like Durt-E-Kurt, I mean, explain yourself. What's going on?
How so?
You're competing with obviously legends like old Dirt McGirt and Dirty Bastard himself. I mean, there's been Dirt before. What's going on with Durt-E-Kurt? Where'd the name come from?
Well, I was sitting around because I have another project, like a DJ kind of thing, right?
Okay.
And I was sitting around with my DJ and our buddy, and I was like, well, DJ's got a name, right? So I was like, I want a name too, and they were like, well, what about Durt-E-Kurt? And I was like, no, screw that. I'm not ever gonna be called Durt-E-Kurt, right?
How did you get the thing?
So then we, sat there for like another hour or so, throwing names out there, and then came back to Durt-E-Kurt, and I was like, yeah, sure, why the hell not?
Right.
So then it just kind of
been branded for life
over time.
Through parties and parties, it's stuck like glue. Trust me.
Over time, it kind of just stuck, and now it's kind of just is what it is, right?
Right.
It's a beautiful thing.
It kind of grows on you.
It grows on you.
Yeah. So, tell me about the video for City Skylines. Is that correct?
Yeah.
that's your first crack at a kind of professional music video as well, or yeah? Okay, what was the process for that like?
It was awesome. We lucked. Okay, I gotta say, I just gotta put this out here. We are probably the luckiest group of musicians in the goddamn world.
Okay,
I'm not gonna lie.
All right,
we've had everything pretty much. Favors from everyone come at us. We had how much? I want to ask you a question. How much do you think we spent on that?
On the video itself?
On the video itself.
Well, I mean, based on the way you're phrasing the question, I'm going with the big goose egg. You guys?
Oh no, we still pay, but we only paid $250.
Oh, that's huge. Man.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
People have told us that it looks like a $10,000 music video. So I'm happy with our product.
Now, was that somebody that you guys knew that did
that? Actually, our producer is sitting out in the back there.
No, he's definitely done some work there.
Caden has.
He works. He's an effects guy. He does. He specializes in pyro. Okay. And I mean, he works in film, and he's done his fair share of everyone's done that, like the volunteering work and all that stuff. But then, I mean, after a while, he started working for the unions and union work, and just got into bigger and bigger projects. And then finally, I used to work with him at West 49, and then I gave him a shout one day, and I'm just like, hey, dude, I'm like, what have you been up to? And he's, just film stuff. And I'm like, I'm like, you down for a music video? The guy just jumped, just took off flying. He was just like, yeah, I'll be there in a second. Like, literally the same week, showed up at the studio at his house and started
talking. I got my crew. This is what we need. I was like, damn. Yeah, it was just, he didn't even ask us, like, hey, what's going on? It's just like, hey, it's happening. Just tell me when you need. And it was awesome. It was really good. And he found location, everything, just took care of it. And then pretty much we just told him, storyboard. He took care of that. I did the storyboard with a buddy of ours, Brian. Right. And I had 8 flashback scenes, and mine was like a big mess of my ideas, and I gave it to the director and Caden, and they made it doable.
Somehow brought the vision to life.
I was like, I want a train, I want the girl to be blonde, I want
specifications.
Our song's 3 minutes long, so I don't think.
We couldn't fit it all. It's like, I just go with it.
Just logical constraints. That's all, right?
When we saw the music video going, and we were like, all right, we're not jamming in our basement anymore. This is something a lot bigger than that. Right. So
we definitely have big plans. We got big. I don't know. We're trying something here.
So first of many, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. No, we kind of started seeing that to start working at a higher level. You need to start making plans and start putting deadlines, especially when that's one thing we've tried really hard lately. Calendars, tried putting dates on, this needs to be done then. It's a lot of phone calling each other, making sure everything's happening.
Absolutely.
It's not as easy as people seem. The whole thing that I've heard, I think you told me that, is fans only see 1% of what's actually happening.
Yeah,
you start seeing how real that is after a while.
A lot of work.
Yeah,
absolutely.
If I knew what I knew back in high school, and I was like, I'll be a musician, it'll be fine. I probably wouldn't be doing it right now.
It changes things a bit, though, honestly, doesn't it? When you set out and you want to make music, and that's what you're trying to do, and then you end up having to deal with all the online stuff, all the management stuff, all the writing process, the album making, that kind of stuff. Most people that are musicians just want to get to the core of it.
Make
the music.
You know what? If there's one person that keeps us grounded, it's this guy right here, man.
This is the grounding guy right here?
This guy will keep us.
And how is that? You just have to level with these guys every once in a while and just say, hey,
takes
off
us
the
back
ceiling,
and
He's just like
the real thumb hasn't left him yet.
Well, there's been a lot on our plate and a lot to deal with, and we have been excited to release it and stuff. But as far as where we want to go and stuff, we're not really quite sure, and and there's all these ideas all over the place. So I make sure to keep them grounded and their head out of the clouds and that kind of thing.
Not these ideas.
I'll have a cool
right? Somehow.
Yeah, well, it's tough to get 5 different minds to agree on something specific. Sometimes it's the hardest thing in the world.
Musically, we all have different backgrounds.
All different backgrounds.
Different listen to different music. I learn to play classical guitar, right?
Okay.
So I have different influences, and then Jonny and they all listen to different things that we know.
A bit of a metalhead here, a little bit.
I mean, coming together and writing is so many different ideas, right?
Does it make it difficult to kind of
sometimes
that way?
I honestly, I think it makes it fun.
Right.
Like it's a little harder to like see through like all like the blurriness of all the genres. But I mean, if you can just like try to like, I mean, something that he's really good at is finding what the song really needs, and then after that, like it just kind of goes from there, and it's like he said, like, you kind of get your head out of the clouds a little bit.
Yeah.
And you stop trying to have too much fun, and then it's like, okay, well, really listen to what the song needs. It's really it's a fine line between doing too much and doing just enough, you know?
Yeah,
so,
for sure. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's really where the hard part comes in, but if you can get past that, it gets really fun.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you guys, I mean, you define yourselves as pop rock, correct?
Pop rock.
Yeah.
And I mean, from what I've listened to, it sounds very, you've got that sound. You do have that kind of emulation, that kind of, you know, there are bands that you can definitely make comparisons to, for sure, right? But when it comes to that genre, how is it? Is it tough for you guys to do something new? Has it all been done, or what is a Cold City Night bringing to the table in the pop rock world?
I mean, I definitely, we thrive at our live shows, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, every single one of us has like the craziest energy on stage, and there's been shows though, I'm not gonna lie, where we've gotten on stage and it's been like one of us isn't feeling it, and everyone can feel that. Like but there's been shows where everyone just feels the crowd. We've had some of the greatest crowds that I've ever played for.
Right.
I guess what I'm getting at is when we all feel it, our show is like 10 times better, and I mean,
it's definitely something we try to like work on. Those like you know, like when someone not feeling, just try to brush it off. Like, okay, like, you know, just gotta keep your energy there and just try to go.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, we've had like really good shows. We're not just a band that is going out and we're gonna play a show and then call it a night.
Right.
Like when we go play our shows, that's our show.
We try to entertain.
I mean, that's why it's been so hard for us to do shows lately, because it's not like, okay, we're gonna go play this, you know, this high school or this hall, and you know, we're gonna half-ass it. If we're doing a show, we will sit out and we will plan our moments, and we will make sure our show is 100% before we even say, okay, we're gonna do it.
Okay, right on.
So we're definitely a rehearsed band. I'm not gonna lie.
Something to be said for that. That's good. I'm sure we've all seen bands that aren't, and it's good.
I mean, not in this project, but I've been in other projects before where guys are like, oh, we got a show in a week? Yeah, we'll wing it. Don't worry about it.
Right, yeah.
And the spontaneity it will make us original, and it will make us
that's one
real.
That's one thing I'm really happy about, having this guy. Like, he's used to playing to a DJ. Like, you know, we try to be really tight. Like, that's one thing too, is you know, you try to keep the production value you have on your album. Try to, like, I mean, at least have some of that on your stage, right? Like, try to make it tight, make it sound like, you know, what people are used to.
Yeah.
Obviously, you want to try to have some fun with it every once in a while, but definitely want to be like as professional as possible too. Like, you want to have fun, but you want to be good.
Was it difficult to bring that kind of live energy that you guys feel that way onto the album? Like, were you able to translate it that way?
Me personally, hardest thing in the world to do. Okay. I mean,
need that reaction, that energy from the people to feel that?
It's not even that. I mean, writing this album, me personally, I went through a lot of like relationship stuff, as most albums normally from pop artists are.
Yeah.
But it was being in that vocal booth that just threw me off. With the lights on, I was like, I don't like being in this small room.
Right.
I mean, ask these guys. I'll make these guys hike up a mountain to write a song.
Yeah, there's videos of us on
like, I mean, when we were writing our Christmas song,
we can't finish the song until we're like next to a stream with like trees and
exactly. We're like sticks. The ice cap is right here, and it's like, okay, I can write here. I'm freezing my balls off, but yeah, you know what?
But you're in the right space.
I'm in the right space,
right, you know, to get it right, and that's what matters, right?
So those walls were they were getting to me, so the whole album I had to record with the lights off.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like no light at all in there. It had to be completely dark.
Yeah. It's all our first time, so that's again why we called it Blueprint. So it was a big learning curve, and again, very different to playing live and just playing for.
It's a lot
harder to have fun, and it's more scheduled and kind of robotronic a little bit.
Yeah,
you do things in a slow process, and it kind of takes that thing you get from live shows out of it. So
there's a lot of downtime when it comes to recording, right?
A lot of downtime.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of downtime. There's times where I was like, is it my turn yet?
we're only vocals going very loud.
We're only on bass.
Yeah. That's the thing too. You know, it's like when it's not your job yet. It's like you're trying to like find time to do it, and it's like try to like organize everyone in the studio, and that's also a hard part too. It's like, you know, some of us work part time, some of us work full time, and it's just like you try to line up everybody to be there at the same time to try to record. That's fairly hard too.
Absolutely.
So it's like dealing with your everyday life and your band, and
and
that's when you start learning to make sacrifices.
And at the end of our recording, or at the beginning of our recording, we were doing video blogs, and then it just got so hectic that by the end of it we couldn't do any more video blogs, and we were like, oh god, people think we've dropped off the face of the earth, so that's why we had to release a music video.
Okay, fair enough.
So we were like, we'll give you something to chew on.
You got vocal warm-ups out on there, man, and I know singers that would have shot all 4 members in their band easily after that happened. So I mean, you guys are cool with that?
That was my fault in trying to catch him.
Yeah,
I know what that was. He normally does his other vocal warm-up that he was originally doing when I was outside in the hallway.
Oh, okay, right.
Him and I were
it's actually quite funny. Yeah. And then when I walked into the room, he wasn't actually doing the funny one, so I was kind of like,
we're
don't get me wrong. It's not that it's bad. It's just that
I know singers.
Yes,
I know singers.
No,
trust me.
happen.
I have buddies who are singers in other bands and stuff like that, and they're all like, dude.
Yeah.
That's like showing you naked. That's wrong.
Absolutely,
I was like, meh. YOLO.
We got a bunch of vocal warm-ups at our sleeves anyway, so.
There's more than one. There's more than just that.
Every time you need to poke them a little bit, you just toss another 30-second clip up on YouTube. There you go.
We've all have our fair share of little moments here and there online where there's me falling off chairs in studios. There's
I accidentally sacked Will.
That too, like that was one of the first, like in our promo video. Like, dude, I got sacked on camera. That's right before the show.
I didn't mean to. It's beautiful. I mean, the camera panned by. No, the camera.
Totally did.
No,
we got one accidental, one on purpose.
Let me explain what I was thinking. Okay,
this I've been wanting to hear for a while.
The camera panned by our old camera guy, and I was just gonna like cup him and awkwardly look at the camera, but then he flinched, so my hand went back, so it looked like I sacked him.
Touch me in my no spot, man. What do you think I was gonna do?
I tell you,
we're very professional.
I swear.
There is that side of us where we're a little bit jokesters, a little bit pranksters.
I mean, we're a pop rock band. You can only be so serious.
Well, I was gonna ask about that too. Like, I mean, that's a pretty light genre, especially musically. I mean, it's always kind of up tempo and that kind of. But I mean, lyrically and vocally, usually, traditionally, it seems to have kind of a more emotional punch into it. How do you guys kind of weigh that balance? Like, how does that work?
I mean, with our album Blueprints, we've definitely evened it out between ballads and fast tempo songs and stuff like that. So, I mean, our ballads definitely speak for our emotion in our album, and I can almost, all these guys can agree with me that they will, I guess, represent the emotion in the album. Then we have our songs, the other songs in the album. Yeah, they're still emotional, but they're definitely like fun songs and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
No, we definitely try to have fun, especially even like in the writing process. Like, we'll sit down in the park with a case of beer and start writing some guitar.
And the reason why we call it like pop rock is pop is basically the type of structure of the song, right? Like verse, chorus, pre-chorus, chorus, and then bridge, and then. But the rock part, I think, is basically where our 5 of us, like, we all play instruments. We're not like DJ band.
We try to bring the solos back a little bit too.
Like, there's like solos,
Try to keep
some
it poppy.
actual instrumentation.
I mean, as much as you can't just overpower like. It's a balance, right? Everything's a balance. So.
Do you feel like that is kind of missing from a lot of music today? Like,
I would say so.
I would definitely say so. I mean, I understand music like rotates and stuff like that.
I mean, although like one thing I gotta admit though is like in Vancouver we definitely have a good scene, like especially like on the other like under like bands, I guess, and our level, like they're really good for that, and like I would definitely give Vancouver a good high five for that. I mean, I'm surprised. We got good bands.
We don't got a lot of pop bands out there in Vancouver, but we got them. and we all know each other, so it's like,
hi guys.
hey guys.
Take your opportunity, guys. Is there anybody that's really kicking ass out there that you guys know of?
Right now, yeah.
Our boys from Halfway to Hollywood, definitely.
Yeah, they're really doing really
Fighting for Ithaca. Those guys are on tour.
Which guys, sir?
Fighting for Ithaca.
Okay.
Yeah, those guys are out on tour right now.
Yeah.
Actually, where are they right now?
They're on tour with Favorite Drive.
Favorite Drive.
I've seen like follow them on Instagram. See some.
They've got some funny pictures.
Yeah. I think Kurt's got a bit of a fetish with washing machines right now.
Interesting. Really? You know, I can safely say I've never interviewed a washing machine.
Ask him next time.
Sometimes you'll probably just go around in circles.
This might be a bit old, but tell me, I have a feeling it's probably important to you guys anyway still to talk about, but tell me about Kick for a Cure. What's going on there? How did you guys get involved with that, and why did you get involved with that?
Us as a band, we've always been really on giving back to our community and stuff.
Especially you have backgrounds like of doing like foundation.
Way back when this was first getting up, we did a benefit show for the Haiti accidents, and we raised $2,200, and that was the month where the government would match everything you donated. We donated $2,200, and therefore they matched us. We did 44.
That's huge.
Yeah, so
it felt really natural, like doing something like that.
I mean, you give us a charity event, and we will promote the crap out of it. It's kind of, we've been so blessed with pretty much 100% free recording. The music video dirt cheap. That it's good to give back.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, and it was fairly close to, and it's like fairly close to like a little like the fan base we got. Like Coquitlam, like Lafarge Park, Coquitlam, it's like in the middle like of everywhere. So like we thought it was really good. And, like it would be stupid to say no, right? So
we've got a really dedicated fan base in Coquitlam. So
right.
Yeah, I think they said that they raised like $80,000 that day.
Yeah,
somewhere around 80 grand.
Yeah.
No, the people there were great. The people we worked there were were awesome. So I mean,
they made us happy, and then we made them happy. So I mean,
it was a heartwarming day.
It was.
Absolutely.
I feel like
it's
a good
gotta
person.
be rewarding stuff.
It is definitely
free food too.
Free food, white spot.
White spot.
Free food.
I know, right? Top free food. I was sitting there. I'm like, yes, at least we're worth free food and beer.
Right. Yes.
Free food and beer will come, or I'll come at least.
Beer tickets,
and you'll get Aaron. From all of us over here at Sleeping Bag Studios to all of you out there, thanks again for watching. Be sure to check back on the weekend. We'll have part 2 of the A Cold City Night interview, and it's definitely worth sticking around to see what these guys have to say when we come back on SBS Live This Week.